Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. Lauren, we are opening today with a high-stakes directive from CISA that signals real trouble for federal infrastructure. Joining us today is Chad, who brings a systems-level perspective on AI and security, blending technical depth with creative insight from engineering. It's great to have you here.
Glad to be here, Aaron. On Friday, CISA ordered federal agencies to secure BeyondTrust remote support instances within just 3 days. We're looking at CVE 2026 to 1731, an OS command injection flaw being exploited by the Chinese state-backed group Silk Typhoon. This follows a previous campaign that hit the Treasury Department, so the urgency is clearly justified.
Exactly, Lauren. This is about trust in administrative tools. BeyondTrust serves over 20,000 customers, and with 11,000 instances exposed online, attackers are moving fast. It's a similar story with the first Chrome Zero Day of 2026, CVE-2026-2441. It's a use-after-free bug in CSS handling that Google patched just 2 days after the report because it was already being hit in the wild.
It's not just browsers, though. Apple also pushed an emergency fix for a dyld vulnerability, CVE 2026-20007, which they described as part of an extremely sophisticated attack. Lauren, while these technical exploits are surging, we're also seeing massive financial penalties for organizations that fail to protect the data they already have.
That's right, Aaron. South Korea's Personal Information Protection Commission just fined LVMH brands, Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Tiffany, a combined $25 million. This stems from breaches where attackers like the scattered LAPSUS dollar hunters used social engineering and malware to compromise Salesforce instances. Louis Vuitton alone is on the hook for $15 million after 3.6 million records were exposed.
The common thread in these breaches, like we saw with the Dutch operator Odido last week, is, the human element. At Odido, hackers compromised 6.2 million customer records by posing as the IT department to get customer service reps to approve fraudulent logins. It's a systems failure where the technology works, but the process around it is manipulated.
Which leads us to Operation Doppelbrand. Chad, this campaign by the group GS7 is specifically weaponizing Fortune 500 brands like Wells Fargo and USAA. They aren't just cloning portals, they are deploying legitimate remote access tools like LogMeIn Resolve to establish persistence. It's brand impersonation at an industrial scale.
And Microsoft is sounding the alarm on a new ClickFix variant doing something similar. It uses fake error messages to trick users into running commands that perform DNS lookups against hard-coded servers. This helps the Modelo Rat Trojan evade detection by blending into normal network traffic. It's becoming incredibly difficult for users to distinguish a real system prompt from a malicious one.
It's the automation of deception. Whether it's the 150 lookalike domains in Operation Doppelbrand or the DNS-based payload delivery in ClickFix, the attackers are optimizing for speed and evasion. This is why the NCSC's warning to SMEs this week is so vital. Richard Horn is right to say that attackers look for weaknesses, not just big logos.
To round things out, we have to mention the ETH Zurich study on password managers. It uncovered 25 recovery-related attacks against Bitwarden, Bashlane, and LastPass. While most have been addressed, it reminds us that even our zero-knowledge faults have architectural limits when the server itself is compromised. It's been a heavy week of disclosures.
It certainly has. From federal mandates to multi-million-dollar fines, the margin for error is shrinking. It has been a pleasure having this discussion. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time. For more in-depth analysis of these stories, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.